Good morning, everybody. Oh my gosh. I think it's because I have this amazing tan that I'm feeling like on top of the world. I woke up and I was brushing my teeth and I was like, dang, I am bronzed and I love it. I love it. I love, it's always like, oh, it makes me feel healthy when I'm tan. There's nothing healthy about tanning. However, sunless is definitely an alternative and it still gives you that healthy feeling. So I am excited to talk to you guys today about part 2 of after the application, what do you do? How do you take care of it? And so speaking of brushing my teeth, this reminds me of something. When you put your self-tanner on, if you're doing it right before you go to bed, or in the whenever you're doing it and for some reason you're going to go brush your teeth, make sure that you don't get toothpaste outside of your mouth because you'll end up with a white ring. Been there, done that, and I have fixed so many tans from that happening. So make sure that you don't fall a victim of that. Okay, so after the application of your sunless tanner, we talked about not falling asleep with your hand on your face or your hand on your arm or your husband's hand on your arm, because if you're touching your skin, that product's going to transfer to your hand and your hand's going to be tan. It's not going to affect where your hand is at. Like, it's not going to affect your arm, but it will transfer, and so you'll have a tan hand as well. So after the application, you could wait 4 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours. You just do not want to wait over 24 hours to shower. And so when you shower, I recommend using, just don't use hot water. Because what happens is you're going to use hot water, your pores are going to open up, and that initial tan that you see, like the cosmetic part of the tan, is going to kind of hang out in your pores. So don't use anything hot, you can be really warm, and then just rinse off first, and then you're going to use your hands. No puffy things, no loofahs, and no washcloths, and you're just going to gently wash with your hands. You're going to pat dry when you get out of the shower. You're going to pat dry after you wash your hands. And then you want to make sure that you use lotion. Your lotion, you need to make sure that your lotion does not have mineral oil in it. You need to write that down. Mineral oil. Avoid that. It's also called petroleum, and it's also called petrolatum. And what it is, it's actually the byproduct of crude oil. It's disgusting. It's a filler for product. And what it does is it makes your skin feel so soft. Like, it really does. It makes you feel so soft. But it sits on top of your skin and suffocates it. So that's going to cause your tan to be blotchy and splotchy. Okay, it actually is one of the top wrinkle causers. Also in the United States, we're one of the only countries that allow it in skincare. So avoid mineral oil, petroleum, and petrolatum. It's all the same thing, just different filtration processes, because it's gonna make your spray tan blotchy and splotchy. Another thing that will cause your tan to be blotchy is if you wait over that 24-hour mark to shower. You need to shower and hydrate before 24 hours. What else is going to cause you to be blotchy and splotchy? If you're not putting moisturizer on, you have to hydrate and keep your skin cells hydrated. So what happens is, if you get dry, you can see, skin will come off. You can rub your skin and you'll see it come off. You want to make sure you stay hydrated because that will cause your tan to fade uneven if you don't. Okay, so that's enough about that. Let me think what my next point was. Let's talk about when you're in water. When you take a bath, when you swim, when you sweat, what happens is when you're in water, your skin cells expand and they exfoliate quicker. So you just need to remember to pat dry. And if you are in water, it is going to fade quicker, but you'll be fine as long as you air dry or pat dry. It's a little hard. You don't want to air dry when you get out of the shower. That would be torture. But just make sure you pat dry, don't rub. And someone asked a question yesterday that I thought was really good was, what products does it stain, or what can I do to prevent it from staining my self-tanner or from staining my clothes? The only thing that self-tanner will stain is anything that's shiny. So that's lycra, silk, spandex, that's light in color. So if you put on your spray tan, you don't want to put anything shiny on because it's going to absorb the product off your skin and it's going to stain the product or the clothing or the garment. I don't know why I keep calling it a product. So like the waistband of your underwear, if that's white and shiny, you're going to have a waistband tan line, and your tan line of your underwear are going to stain. Same thing with your bra straps. Or if you put on an Under Armour shirt after you tan, that Under Armour shirt is going to absorb the tan off your skin. You're going to have a farmer's tan from it, and it's going to stain your clothes. So nothing shiny. You might want to just put cotton clothing on. I think that is about it as far as afterwards. If you have any questions, just comment below. I can answer them. I wish that I wasn't thinking. I wish that I would have done one arm tan, one arm not tan, because the results are amazing. But I do want to show you this. You guys will be able to tell and appreciate. So yesterday during the application, I put it on heavier on the top of my arms because that's where the sun hits. You want this to be the top to be heavy. So I did the same thing on this side. And then with that sponge, I didn't add any more product to the sponge. I didn't add any more product to this, but it still kind of felt moist. So that's when I just rubbed it on my hands. And I rubbed it on my other hand. And then while it was still kind of like damp feeling, but didn't have extra product on it, I did the underneath side of my arms. So the underneath side of my arms are lighter than the top of my arms because that's how the sun naturally tans us. So I put it heavier on the top, lighter on the bottom, and it was just kind of, there's not even hardly much on the underneath side of my arm. Same thing like with my hands. Like that's a dead giveaway when someone has a self-tan is their palms or fingers are either tan from touching themselves or getting it on there and not washing it off in time. Remember, I always have a damp washcloth beside me when I'm doing it to wipe my fingers off. And then you just, kind of bend your fingers and just wipe it on there. One thing that I didn't tan yesterday, and I don't know if you guys will be able to tell what this lighting is, when you're holding your hand stationary and you're spraying, you turn, spray, and you're holding your arm stationary, you need to lift up and spray your neck. I totally did not even spray my neck yesterday. I don't know if you guys can tell or not with this lighting, but I'm quite a bit wider under here, so today I'm going to have to tan my neck. Duh. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any sunless questions, comment below. If you find value in this, let your teams know. Try it out. It's not scary. It's not bad. Less is more, because if you miss a spot, you can always touch it up later as you start to darken. You're like, oh, I didn't get right there. And you can take care of it. And once you practice a couple times, you're not going to miss a spot. You're going to know where to avoid, those caution areas, your elbows, your knuckles, and your hands, your knees, your ankles. So anyways, go out, try it. Here are the two products that I used yesterday. I used a spray for my face and upper half, and then I used the lotion for the rest of my body. I applied it, the mist, the spray, you don't touch at all. You spray it on and you're good to go. The lotion I applied with an applicator just because I went decades with self-tanner on my finger, this is my trigger finger from doing spray tans, and I don't want it on my hands. I don't want self-tanner on my hands, and I don't want you to have it on your hands. So I recommend either gloves or the applicator. So I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. Bye.